Will somebody give me a beer? Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Matt Gibson here at the ICast show 2023 on the floor. Last day. Feeling a little tired, but we're going to get through it. Here with the OG, Brian Schiller, and the man, the myth, the legend, John Rapp. People in the house.
3 paid production.
Yeah, so Dubro had some really exciting releases this year. Brian's got it. They're showing you the new cup holder and 3 different options. Brian, you want to talk about that cup holder?
Yeah, it's super unique. We're super fortunate to work with these 2 guys here, as well as here, just let me take that one. Keep it close, so Randy. Back last fall, these 2 guys came up to the shop. We sat in a conference room, designed some products,
ate some donuts.
Some are released here at ICast this year. Some are coming in the very near future. Overall, this cup holder, the 3 of us are heavy kayak anglers, and obviously there's a few cup holders on the market, but it's a tool that all of us kayak anglers use quite a bit. And we were like, how do we improve this? The main feature is this line cutter here that's built into the brim of the cup holder. So we made 3 versions. So it can mount on a track, it could sit in an existing cup holder, or we have a side rail mount so it could go in boats and things like that. Obviously, your typical tumbler fits right inside. Overall height's 4 inches. And then what we did too, on that brim, you guys can see those holes. And then not only that, you can see all the holes in the bottom there. We all leave our cup holders mounted to our kayak, go to bed for the night, get up to go out in the morning, cup holders full of water, no more. So you got significant draining on this. The outer brim holes, obviously you guys can hang baits, but not only that, we put a lip in the bottom so it could capture a T-bolt, and you can mount accessories like a Yak Gadget phone holder, camera arms, things like that to capture your content. It's got the tool holder slot in the bottom. The 2 holes on each side of that slot are a little bit bigger so it can capture your carabiner for your tether. So it's very unique. It comes with the T-bolt and our track washers, which some of you guys may have or have not seen or used from Catch Products. It's a product that we had already been making for the archery world, and we converted it over to the kayak world. So we have those in all the different colors, like we do the knobs. So now you could pair up colors and things like that, add a little flair to your accessories. But what are your guys' thoughts on the whole process? And I know we've all 3 of us had significant ideas that went into this, including Dustin Nichols. I know because Dustin's not here. He's the one that wanted this tool holder a little wider and the 2 holes on each side a little bit bigger for capturing that carabiner for your tether. So I know that was Dustin's input. He's not here right now. So guys,
yeah. So overall, it was awesome because like Brian said, this is something that we fine-tuned over really 2 or 3 days up in Chicago or up near Chicago. And seeing it actually come to life and see that the input and see the care and every one of those holes are put in a place for a reason. Everything's cut a specific reason.
Does he need this?
And it's
okay. Sorry.
No, it's good. And so like the line cutter, that was kind of there, and then we kind of just built around that.
Yeah.
And personally, I think it's badass. I think it's awesome. I think it's needed in the industry. Got my mind turning a little bit, and we put in that little recess where you could actually put in a T-bolt, and man, I've been using it as a camera holder.
Yeah,
tremendous angle. It's really, really nice.
Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say, and you're gonna see in the demonstration here that Brian's gonna do is that when he puts that T-bolt in and he locks it in, it will not spin because of the way it's designed. So it automatically locks in. You don't have to use a second tool to hold it down as you're tightening up your thing. You just use your finger, lock it down, and you're set. So great addition to the cup holder. And I agree with Matt. When we went up to Chicago, we got to tour Dubro. We got to see the factory and all the things that they do. It's absolutely amazing what Brian does up there, and Big Brian and Daniel. They got a great shop, and you know they're really expanding and growing more into the fishing market. They already have a great name in the market, but you know Brian brought Dewey Baits back into focus, and you know they worked really hard with their hobby supplier who provides their plastic to develop what Brian is pouring daily up there now. And man, tell them about what you got going on there.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Like we get the question, what makes Dewey Baits so unique and different, and it's the actual plastisol. You know, it's no secret. Like all our bait profiles currently are very common molds. And that's fine. We wanted to start off with a budget-friendly product and get people using our plastics and really understand it. There are new baits that are completely unique, never seen before, that are going to turn some heads for sure when they're released next year. However, all of us here have been using Dewey Baits since last year at ICast when we launched the lineup, and nothing but success, man. I mean, the biggest thing. All right, so me again, angler focus. This is where I think Dubro succeeds. Is we come at it from actual anglers that are testing the products, what we want to see different, what we want to improve on, and one of those things was the actual durability of the plastic, but not losing the softness or the actual natural look and feel of the bait, which we achieved with our plastisol. We're the only ones that get that plastic. It's not made by a company that would be in this building selling plastic. It's not something that Strike King can get or Z-Man or whoever it may be. And I'm not saying anything bad about those companies at all. I think they all serve their purpose. Do I still use some other brand baits? Sure, because we may not have a profile in it. But if I have the opportunity and the choice to, I'm picking up a bag of Dewey. You know, everybody knows I love fishing a shaky head, right? And like the biggest thing with a shaky head is that bait either pulls out of the screw lock keeper or the midsection gets just hammered by hook sets. So, you know, back in the day, I was using some other brands, and you know, I'd catch 2, maybe 3 fish if I was lucky on one plastic. Now I'm catching 7, 8, 9. I've caught 14 fish off one shaking bait, which is pretty incredible. Not only that, but like we all throw our plastics in our cup holders or in our kayaks, and we know there's 1 or 2 brands out there that'll melt or deform the plastics because it's a different material. Our plastic doesn't deform from that, which is super interesting. Not only that, but the remelt properties. So if you've got a torn open spot in your plastic bait, you can go and remelt that with a lighter. Just heat it up a little bit, stick it together, no more problems. It's like brand new, and the durability is still the same. It's almost like the same as when it first came out of the mold.
And to go on to what he was saying, we spent 3 days on our way down to this show fishing. We stopped in Chattanooga, Tennessee area, fished for 2 days in 90+ degree weather. Then we spent a day here in Florida in 95+ degree weather. And we were using this brand all 3 days. I left mine in the kayak, and I didn't have any issues with it binding together, melting in the bag. You don't have to pull stuff apart. Brian has done a really good job working with his plastisol maker and making a great product. for use. And that way you're not throwing money away when you leave stuff out in your kayak, out in your garage. It's hot, out in your box, stuff like that. So anyway,
No, and I think a lot of times when you hear all this a special blend of plastic, this or that, you think gimmick, right? Like you think, oh, this is a little bit gimmicky. This plastic's real.
Yeah.
Like this is real durable plastic that is nice and soft, so the fish pick it up and they hold it in their mouth longer. And really, you guys don't have any gaps in the lineup. I mean, you have the Boulder Bouncer 2, you have Neds, you have all of that stuff.
Well, and that was it. We wanted to pick up like the most common bait patterns for people to use right off the bat, right? And so that way there's a little something for everybody. And don't get me wrong, I'd love nothing more, and my boss would love nothing more than you to buy 8 bags instead of 3 bags, because you know the 3 bags are going to last way longer than the competitor. But on the flip side, the Dubro model is quality American-made products.
At a fair price.
At a fair price, and we want our customers to be happy and continue to be happy and come back. And when you do need those other bags of baits, pick them up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
yeah,
I'm really excited about some of the new colors you guys have.
yeah.
Yeah, we got some new colors. I think we can tease that one right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a new color we've been working on. It's a hot pink with some colored flake in there. The camera might not pick up the colored flake that good, but you know, that's the thing too, is we offer 17 unique colors currently, and I probably got another 17 in the works,
Yeah.
right? But you know, that's the thing. Like frosted animal cookie, that color came to fruition by accident, and there are so many people that love that color because it's different than your just standard white. It's got so many different color flakes in it, and it just changes up the shape of that profile a little bit and makes it stand out a little differently compared to just throwing a white pearl, you know? So
Yeah, frosted animal cookie is one of those baits, like in a tube, it can mimic everything. Like,
right.
Because it has so much great color to it, but it's not overly aggressive or overly gaudy either. And man, that bubblegum color, whatever you guys are gonna call it,
Yeah.
man, that thing is tremendous. We were up in St. Lawrence and we saw how the fish reacted.
Yeah, it was crazy because you know, we're on the St. Lawrence in New York during the spawn, and I like to let big man set hook hard, right?
And I do that.
So I was, you know, we were flogging, which was a whole different experience, and we talked about that on one of my podcasts. But it was interesting because Matt had thrown in 6 or 7 different baits, and he's like, "I'm gonna throw that pink tube in there." As soon as that thing got within eyesight of that fish, it immediately attacked it. It did not want it in there. I've never seen a pink fish except for maybe a saltwater fish, but freshwater. I mean, he threw it in there and it was done. It wanted that thing gone. And Matt actually, you know, caught that fish. It was a 4.5 pounder, I think it was, you know?
Yeah.
Which, so it's crazy to see, you know, those off colors. You may not think that a fish would eat it, but in certain scenarios, it triggers that bite and, you know, it gets them going.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's you know, that little pink bait, it's pretty unique, man. And I love the colors and the flash that you guys put in it.
Yeah.
And all that. I know old Peepaw, he's got his favorite color right there in his hands.
PB&J, baby. You just can't go wrong.
I mean, I've been using a ton of green pumpkin blue flake for a few years now, and especially in the Dewey lineup. I think it's got that bluegill flash to it, which definitely ignites some bites. But we also released some new colors the beginning of this year. We got Demon, which is a green pumpkin top with an orange bottom. So for a craw pattern, it's super natural. I threw it in the bait tank here yesterday, and got a few turns on it from some fish in the tank.
Be watching for that video to be released.
And then in the interim, we got Lava, so that spring, you know, kind of fiery color that everybody enjoys. And you know, when you're trying to get some bites during that springtime when orange is a real hot color. We offer that in a few patterns. And then we also release Ghost Belly, which is like a shag color. It's a combination of white pearl and a translucent silver flake, like our silver minnow. So it gives it a unique color, and it's a different profile. It stands out, and especially in clear water.
Yeah, one of my favorite things, like for instance, like that orange is just god awful gaudy to me.
Yeah,
and I don't like throwing that pure orange or that pure fire color. What's really nice about that demon color is it kind of neutralizes.
Yeah,
it looks much more natural.
Yeah,
and man, an unreleased bait, we'll call it.
Yeah,
I've been using it in that color and just been hammering them in Indiana on it.
Yeah, it's definitely got a more natural look to it, and that was the concept that we wanted to go with when we did that laminate between those two colors, you know. So yeah, and then last but not least, we got the all-new track pack. We're now offering track bolts, your T-bolts, along with the washers and the knobs. You could buy T-bolts separately. You could buy the washers separately, the knobs separately. But what we did is we made an angler-friendly pack. Instead of having to go buy, 6 bolts with 4 knobs and this and that, now you can get it all in one pack. It's 4 bolts, 4 knobs, 4 washers. Retail price is $24. How can you go wrong with that? All stainless steel.
Yeah.
Both on the insert of the knob and the T-bolt itself.
Drove all the way down from West Virginia, 85 miles an hour. But don't tell the 5-0 that.
Yeah.
And no issues. Held my stuff on my boat. I even had the Dewey cup holder on the side of my side rail with my pliers and the plier holder, and was cruising. And
the Do More cup holder.
Do More, yeah. What I call it, Dewey baits. Yeah,
it's all right, Papa.
It's all right, bud.
That's why
we'll give you a pass.
That's why they bring me along for
yeah, bud.
comic relief. But yeah, I mean it's a great tool accessory, and I leave it on the boat, everything hooked up, and with those new track bolts, everything's secure.
Yeah, so obviously you guys can go to dubrofishing.com. We are taking pre-orders right now. Cup holders should start shipping around August 1st. Track bolts should start shipping hopefully mid-August. And then the track washers and the track knobs are already available, along with all the Dewey baits, the new colors for this year. All that stuff is up on the website. There is currently a promotion running. Buy 4 bags of Dewey baits, get 1 free. So,
yeah. And for you guys that need bulk.
Yep. We work with manufacturers, and we can get you guys, a bulk price. We had a few people at the show here. They have bait companies. They wanted to pair them up with a good plastic bait. We are certainly open to do that.
Yep.
Our possibilities are endless. Private labeling, things like that. We're always looking for opportunities to work with other companies to help us grow together. So
yeah, get in there to your dealer, and if they don't offer it,
yeah,
tell them you want to see Dubro Fishing in their store.
Definitely.
Yeah, have them reach out. They can go to the website, apply for a dealer account. We'd be happy to work with anybody and everybody. We currently have dealers popping up all over the country, from coast to coast, like butter and toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, bud.
So yeah, feel free to reach out. If you guys got any questions, feel free to email orders@dubro.com. We'd love to help you out and see if we got a product that'll work for you guys.
Again, thank you guys for watching us here at the Dubro booth. Thanks, Brian, and the Executive VP of Safetiness for having us here at ICast 2024, hanging out Dubro booth, Paddle and Fin podcast. Be blessed. Always wear your PFD.